Good evening and welcome to the monthly Board of Education meeting for Elizabeth City Pasquotank Public Schools. ECPPS is a progressive public school district committed to reimagining education so that all students are given choices to discover and explore their hopes and dreams. And now to begin the meeting, Board of Education Chairperson Angela Cobb.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the May 26, 2026 meeting of the Elizabeth City Pasquotank Public Schools Board of Education. At this time, would everyone please stand for our Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated. We'd like to welcome everyone out this evening. We always enjoy seeing a full house, and at this time we're going to ask Ms. Bundy to do our roll call.
Angela Cobb.
Here.
Pam Perez.
Here.
Valerie Bogues.
Here.
Angelique Boylan.
Here.
Tommy Old.
Here.
Sharon Warden.
Present.
Dr. Sheila Williams.
Present.
Cheyenne Barrett is absent. Natalie Gallup. Here. Catherine Hutto. Here.
Thank you, Ms. Bundy. Dr. Williams, would you please read our ethics awareness statement?
Yes. It is my duty to remind members of the board that it is your responsibility to avoid all conflicts of interest and potential conflicts of interest in accordance with Chapter 138A of North Carolina General Statutes. As public servants, it is your duty to continually monitor, evaluate, and manage your personal, financial, and professional affairs in such a way as to ensure the absence of conflicts or potential conflicts. Does any member know of any conflict of interest or potential conflict of interest with respect to any matter coming before the board today? Let the record reflect.
Thank you, Dr. Williams. Now we're going to move on to the approval of our agenda. I need a motion to approve the agenda for this evening, May 26, 2026, with the addition of item D in new business, freezer quote for PES. Okay, thank you. We have a motion.
Second.
We have a second with Dr. Williams. The motion was by Ms. Vice Chair Perez. Any discussion? If not, please signify your approval of tonight's agenda with a show of hands. Let the record reflect that that is unanimous. Now we're going to move on this evening to our recognitions. We love this part of the evening because we get a chance to recognize those in our school district who are excelling, and we'll turn things over now to Dr. Parker.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and we'd like to kick it off with a recognition of our school nurses, and we're going to ask our CTE director, Ms. Morgan Murray, to come forward and share some things that our school nurses have been able to do to help us with some of our high school courses. And we're on the heels of Nurse Appreciation having been just a couple of weeks ago. So, Morgan, thank you for recognizing our nurses tonight.
Thank you. Good evening, Chair Cobb, Vice Chair Pereza, members of the board, and community members, as well as Dr. Parker. I'm really excited to kick off the recognitions for tonight. I would like to first recognize a very dedicated individual who has faithfully supported our health science program throughout this school year. From August through the end of the school year, Mr. Eddie White has provided consistency, encouragement, and stability for all of our students each and every day. Stepping into a long-term role is never easy, yet he remained committed to ensuring instruction continued uninterrupted and that the students felt supported. His patience, flexibility, dedication made a meaningful difference in the success of our health science students, and we are extremely, extremely grateful to have had him in the classroom this semester. Mr. Eddie White. Next, I would like to recognize a group of our outstanding school nurses who also assisted this semester with teaching our health science students. While continuing to serve the medical needs of our students and staff across our schools, they willingly stepped in to support classroom instruction and ensured our students continued receiving meaningful learning experiences. Their flexibility, expertise, and commitment to student success made a tremendous impact on our health science program this semester. First up, we have Miss Cassandra Young. Miss Mackenzie Evans. And I know our other two were unable to make it, Miss Karina Caldwell and Miss Rachel Votes. And I'll be sure to get their certificates to them. Thank you.
Madam Chair Cobb, Vice Chair Pereza, board members, and Dr. Parker, it is my honor to introduce to you Ms. Colleen Brown from the county. Our ladies have been participating in a cooking competition, the Revolution in the Kitchen, to celebrate America's 250th anniversary. Ms. Colleen.
Thank you. Thank you so much for making room on your agenda tonight. So we just concluded the final round, and it was, we had two divisions. We had the elementary division and the upper division, and it was a hard-fought contest, but we do have some county revolutionary champions. In the elementary division, Sheep Harney. Eaglets took the prize. If Sheep Harney administrators, coach, and teammates would come up, please, and be recognized. And in the upper division, the River Road Middle Rockets beat out the competition. So if Middle Road administrator and team and coach could come up and receive their prizes, I would appreciate it.
So representing Sheep Harney is Miss Yolanda Banks. Yolanda, would you like to introduce?
My team member was Miss Grace Umflett, and she was a superstar. She carried us.
Mr. Sneed, could you join us? And representing River Road Middle School is Miss Barbara Young.
Thank you. I did come in mid-year and stepped in because the manager had retired, and my girls did awesome considering that they had two different coaches. And I would like them to come up. I have Reed Cooper, Keziah Lewis, we've got Kelsey Collins and Destiny Riddick. And Dr. Stoops, could you come up, please?
The very last thing I have to say is, again, thank you so much for participating in this recognition of the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Thank you very much for allowing us to do this.
Good evening, Chair Cobb, Vice Chair Pereza, board members, and our community. Tonight, I'd like to recognize our winners of our second annual Community Schools Field Day. Just to give you some history, one of the things that we believe in our district is that we really focus on the whole child. We want our children to be well, not just in the classrooms, but overall. County Field Day is an opportunity for our elementary students in grades 4 and 5 to get together the last Friday before EOGs start in order to get rid of some that energy, see their peers across the district, and compete. This year, as part of our competition, our 4th and 5th grade students competed at the school level. The winners at the school level competed at the district level at Northeastern last Friday. We had several events, including relay races, ball throws, and sack races. Once all of the scores were tallied, it was determined that J.C. Sawyer took first place among all of our 7 elementary schools. Tonight, we would like to recognize our members of our J.C. Sawyer 4th and 5th grade team, along with their teachers and their coach, Coach Mitchell. Please join us in celebrating J.C. Sawyer. Come on up, J.C. Sawyer. Congratulations, guys. Please go take a picture with the Board of Education. Maybe I can touch the award later. Oh, I'll never be the same. Congratulations, J.C. Sawyer. Please give them another round of applause. Tonight, we'd also like to recognize our 7 exceptional elementary educators who have been selected as their school's outstanding elementary math teachers. Every other year, the North Carolina Council of Teachers of Mathematics honors elementary math teachers across our state who are making a tremendous difference in the lives of our students through engaging, innovative, and high-quality math instruction. Each of the educators being recognized this evening was selected by their school leadership team as a teacher who consistently demonstrates excellence in mathematical instruction, inspires students to think critically, and creates meaningful learning experiences that build both confidence and achievement in math. Representing each of our 7 elementary schools, these teachers exemplify dedication, passion, and instructional excellence that we value throughout our district. Their work not only strengthens students' mathematical understanding, but also helps foster curiosity, perseverance, and lifelong learning. From this distinguished group, one of our educators will be selected as the district's elementary teacher of the year. They came here tonight not knowing who the district math teacher of the year is. That individual will be formally recognized during the awards ceremony at the conference in Winston-Salem in November. In addition, they will have a 1-year membership, and they will have their name and portfolio published in the organization's publication in the fall. Please join me in congratulating these outstanding educators for their commitment to excellence in mathematics and their incredible impact they've made in the lives of students each and every day. From Central, we have Miss Melanie Whitby. From J.C. Sawyer, we have Miss Stacy Congo. She's not here, so Miss Williams will receive her award for her. From P.W. Moore, we have Miss Jennifer Hilliard. You want to go take a picture for her? Okay, just thought I'd ask. From Sheep Harney, Shakira Anderson. From Weeksville, Brianna Parker. From our micro school, Tiffany Dudley. And for our person representing Northside Elementary School and our elementary district math teacher of the year, Mr. Andre Powell. Please join me in congratulating all of our winners.
That's amazing. Good evening, Madam Chair, Cobb, board members, Dr. Parker, friends, family, and guests. I am excited to recognize some students that bring joy to our building every single morning. They are our morning announcement crew, under the direction of a young lady that helps keep it all organized, Madison Umflett. So Madison, if you can come on down. Marcus Vaughn. And Jeremiah Riddick. All right, so please remember the great news that we're going to announce tomorrow as our elementary teacher of the year, Mr. Powell. So we're very happy about that. If we can give him a round of applause. Mr. Powell just left, as he just left. I'm also excited to recognize a group that calls themselves the Flock. And if you know anything about flamingos, flamingos are birds that often stand on one leg, and they soak in all of the energy from the shrimp. These group of educators soak in all of the energy from their students, and they pour out love. An additional member of the Flock had joined our crew throughout the year. And with them, they have fostered inclusion, their commitment to making sure that all of our students, every single student has that awareness. And most importantly, they're committed to making sure that their students obtain their goals. So I'd like to recognize Mrs. Tracy Pierce. Miss O'Fallon. Miss Kiera Armstrong. Mr. Clifton Griffin. Mrs. Caitlin Day. And not here with us tonight, Miss Karen Price. I would also like to recognize an extraordinary educator. This educator spends the morning getting to know each and every one of her students, what they did over the weekend. In addition to that, no student in the building is a student that does not belong to her. Today for testing, we needed another room for a student, and she said, "Come on in." She opens her door with love,
and she finds unique ways to tap into students' interests. And that person is Miss Jamie Teeter, and I also want to add something about Mrs. Teeter. If you ever had Hooked on Phonics, you think about Hooked on Phonics and how boring Hooked on Phonics was, Mrs. Teeter taps into her students' curiosity. She turns phonics into robotics. She turns phonics into ghost sounds, and she just turns phonics into reading, as all of her first grade students did. So I'd like to recognize Jamie Teeter. So proud of you. You're welcome. We also have another extraordinary teacher. This is one of our 5th grade teachers that turns our students' passion for science into an exploration. She also allows for her students to develop those leadership skills so that they share their science to kindergartners. And that amazing teacher is Miss Leah Macklin. No. Keep up the great work. We have a few people that are not here. We at our school have Club Day. And what Mrs. Richardson and I shared is like, you share with us what you're thinking of doing and bringing it to life. This amazing educator brought a club called Code Blue. And Code Blue we felt was extremely important as we recognized nurses, because she, through her collaboration with Elizabeth City paramedics and EMTs, helps our students learn basic life-saving skills. Our students learn CPR, our students learn the Heimlich, and most importantly, our students learned a skill that's needed for all. And that person is Maria Perez, who's not here tonight. If we can give her a round of applause. And our last crew are still at the building. One just texted me and said, I'm not going to be able to make it, but it is our custodial staff. I want to recognize Mrs. Hassel, Mrs. Johnson, Mr. Jones. Not only do they maintain a safe and functional school environment, even on the weekends, most importantly, they tap into our students' interests, and they have a love for their interests, which you'll see on our video in a few. So I'd like to recognize Ms. Johnson, Mrs. Hassel, and Mr. Jones. Thank you.
Have a nice day. Hola, princess. Hola. Have a great day.
Before the school bell rings, before the classrooms fill with students, there are people already hard at work making the school feel like home.
Have a good day at school.
They may not stand at the front of the classroom, but their work shapes every lesson, every moment, every opportunity. Sometimes the most important work happens quietly in the moments no one else sees. It takes more than classrooms to build a school. It takes compassion, commitment, teamwork, and people who care deeply about every student who walks through these doors. They are the first to arrive and often the last to leave.
I love my kids. Hola, have a great day.
They are the steady hands behind every success story. They are not behind the scenes because they are less important. They are behind the scenes because they hold everything together. Every role matters. Every person matters.
Thank you, Ms. Hassel, for driving me home and to school.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
Together, we make our school thrive.
thank you to all of those this evening who had a hand in recognitions. At this time, it is time for the public comment portion of our meeting. No one has signed up this evening for public comment, so we will continue on to the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And a couple of things on the report this evening. First, I want to start off by taking a moment to recognize and congratulate and say thank you and just do some shouting out to our 3 student board members, Catherine, Natalie, and Cheyenne. And Cheyenne was unable to join us this evening, but let's just start by giving them a round of applause. And we couldn't be more proud of our 3 student board members this year. And as I look at their accomplishments over the course of their time in school and high school and what they're moving into and what's yet to come for them, I'm just so thrilled that one day we'll be able to say that we knew them back when they lived in Elizabeth City and went to ECPPS, and we'll have a claim to fame, you know, I hope one day when they go big. So to the 3 of y'all, we've been so thrilled to have you just represent the student body this year, serving as members on the Board of Education. So I'd like to take a moment here, if I could, and use the rest of my time for the comments and open this up to any board members that would like to share any comments or well wishes. And then we'll have the student board members share some things as they reflect here. So love to hear from the board.
I guess I can go first. As I said to you when I presented you your stole and your apple at your senior awards, we couldn't be more proud of you guys. We look forward to what you're going to do in the future, and just recognize what a privilege and honor it has been for you guys to serve on the board, and what a special opportunity that is for you, but for us to serve alongside of you guys and have your perspectives as we're trying to make decisions on the board. So thank you.
I just want to thank you, young ladies. You've shown so much professionalism just hanging out with us, and we appreciate it, and we're hoping that it was a great experience for you. And as Ms. Perez said, and Superintendent, we look forward to what you have in store for you in the future. And you never know, you may be sitting in one of these seats. That's kind of what we expect one day.
I'd just like to say that you've been I guess the easiest way to put it is a ray of sunshine. Appreciate you guys taking your time to come out here, and I hope that it's been a somewhat of a learning process for you as to how things go within the school districts, and I wish you both well.
I want to thank you both and Cheyenne in her absence. You were a ray of sunshine, and it was like a full circle moment for me because I've been knowing Natalie since she was a little girl. And I taught her father at Curry Tuck, so it was really special for me, and I really appreciate everything that you've done, and I look forward to your comments every week, and I can't wait to see where you're going to go in life, and you're going to come back and share it with us. Thank you.
I've enjoyed getting to know you girls, and I think you are headed for just a bright future. You've shown a lot of maturity, professionalism, care, empathy, all of those positive adjectives. I have Natalie, I also taught her father, which we found out at the Scholars event. I taught him in middle school while I was in Curry Tuck. But, and I'm very proud of Catherine and the career that she's chosen to pursue, and I wish you all the best, as well as Cheyenne. And I'm sorry she's not here tonight, but wherever she is, I'm sure she's representing us well. So, thank you, girls.
I just want to recognize the commitment that y'all made when you did this. It took a lot of extra hours, extra work, time with us, older people, and and what you added to the board and to your schools by representing them. So just thank you so much for what you've done.
Well, I'll round it out. I just wanted to say personally that I am so thankful that you've had the opportunity to bring your voices of what happens in your school buildings to us each month, and that if the way you three carry yourselves is any indication of the type of students we have in our school district, then we are very, very blessed. So we wish you the best of luck.
And I think you guys can hear just from the reflections from the board the impact that you've made this year. So thank you for your service on the board. And I know y'all have some time for some comments here, but that concludes the comments I have. So Madam Chair and then Vice Chair Perez, if you feel like it's appropriate, I'd love to just kind of segue in and give Natalie and Catherine a chance to speak from their heart and respond to some of the things they heard the board say here, and then go right into your comments, if that's good.
I'll respond. I just want to say thank you all. It's been such a great opportunity. It's been so great getting to know you all. You're all lovely people, and it's been really fun to voice the opinions of the school. And I'll start with some news because we've had a whole month of news. So right off the bat, Northeastern has some testing news. Today was the first day of teacher-made testing, and then the grades will be finalized this Thursday. However, this doesn't include state testing, which begins next week. We're very confident our students are going to do really well. In a bit more academic news, we'd like to thank our media coordinator, Ms. Crandall. She's been giving out free books in the library, and students have loved the opportunity to maybe start on some summer reading. Now, sports are wrapping up, but we do have a few things to recognize for May. Northeastern is already back to football. They played their first spring game on May 20th. Also, a huge shout out to the women's soccer team. They advanced past the first round of playoffs for the first time since 2013. They won against Whiteville 2-0. Finally, softball, baseball, outdoor track, women's soccer, and golf had a spring sports banquet last week. Athletes were given awards that recognize their hard work and athletic accomplishments. We also wished our athletic trainer, Ms. Haley, well, as she'll be leaving Northeastern at the end of this year. Lastly, I just want to mention some other things we're very proud of. At the beginning of this month, we had prom, and it went off without a hitch. The students had a great time dancing, eating, and spending time with friends. Makaira Harrell was crowned queen, and Ivion Armstrong was crowned king. Yearbooks were also recently handed out. The yearbook team did a great job summarizing the year, and they had a very fun notebook theme. Since the year is wrapping up, we've also been celebrating our seniors. Dozens of seniors attended Senior Awards Night. They received awards for academics, athletics, community service, and leadership. In addition, Ms. Johnson and Ms. Mitchell, among others, set up a senior field day. Seniors got to eat a catered lunch, play games on the track, and race through an obstacle course. Now, I'm a senior myself, and those activities were really fun, but they were also a reminder that high school is wrapping up very quickly. Seeing as it's my last board meeting, I wanted to reflect on my time in this position. Set the scene. It was May of last year. My math teacher told me to check my email. She said there was an opportunity to apply for a student board member position. I applied. I was thinking maybe this isn't really for me. I'm not a public speaker in my head, so I can present a project to a class of people I know, but not to a room of adults I don't know. That's what I thought. So I pushed it out of my mind until August when it was time for an interview. I walked in, walked out 10 minutes later, thought I wasn't going to get this. Skipped past the next 8 months where that thought was proven wrong because we'd be here until graduation day if I went over all the stuff Dr. Parker and the board decided us to do. So to sum it up, I've learned a few things. For one, public speaking is not that bad. It's definitely not to say it's easy, but it's not the end of the world. However, when I look back on previous speeches, I clearly did think it was. Through my time on the board, I've learned to calm down while speaking. I've slowed down and really thought about the words I was saying. I've also got to practice communicating with people in small group settings. I'm no entrepreneur, I'm not networking all the time now, but by going to all these events, I've learned how to ask the right questions. I'm sure this position has also benefited me in, benefited me in ways I can't even see yet. I wanted to take one last minute here to thank the board. Everyone's been so accepting, kind, and understanding. A few have even given me college advice, which was very helpful in the fall. I'm so excited to see what you'll all do next. And to Natalie and Cheyenne, I know you're going to do great things, and I look forward to hearing about them. Thank you.
I also want to start by thanking everyone for all the kind words you have given us. And I also want to say that early college is done for the school year, and I graduated as of last week, and I haven't been in school for around a month. This evening, I would also like to reflect on my position as the student board member and how it has positively impacted my personal, professional, and educational life. I have had many opportunities for public speaking at board meetings and various conferences we have attended, which strengthened my public speaking skills and helped me gain more confidence. I have also learned how to conduct myself in professional settings. I have had the opportunity to serve alongside Superintendent Dr. Parker, Board Chair Cobb, Vice Board Chair Pereza, and board members. Everyone has been a great role model to me and has been an inspiration to be around. A moment I really enjoyed was giving the Harvard graduate students a tour of our school district. It felt really special that they came from a big school like Harvard to our small town to see how our schools are doing, specifically the micro school and the Spanish immersion program. I also had the chance to participate in the Ignite Teacher Conference, where I was on a student panel to discuss the rise of AI in education. It was empowering to see teachers and administrators value my opinion and ask for my perspectives. This experience showed me how important it is to include student voices in conversations about our future, and I am glad to have been a part of it. Overall, I have really enjoyed being a part of this team on the board. It has been one of my many highlights of my senior year. Thank you.
All right, next we are going to move on to our motion. We need a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Thank you, Mr. Old. Can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Ms. Boland. Any discussion? Okay, if not, please show your positive vote with show of hands. Let the record reflect that that is unanimous. And we are going to move on now for our item for information, and we are going to listen to a report about Job Shadowing Day with Ms. Murray.
Good evening again. I would like to take a few moments tonight to highlight the success of our recent district Job Shadowing Day and to recognize the many individuals, businesses, and organizations who helped make this experience possible for all of our students. This event had truly been months in the making. The vision for this opportunity first began this past fall when Dr. Stukes, like I said, spoke this experience into existence. She recognized the importance of providing students with meaningful exposure to real-world careers and workforce experiences. Since that time, we have worked diligently to bring that vision to life through collaboration, planning, and strong community partnerships. This experience allowed 60 of our 8th through 10th grade students to go out into the community and shadow professionals in career fields aligned with their individuals' interests and goals. Through this opportunity, students were able to observe workplace expectations, explore career pathways, and make meaningful connections between classroom learning and future career opportunities. Our students explored careers across many different industries, including healthcare, law, public safety, media, business, engineering, construction, automotive, and more. From the courtroom to the hospital and from local businesses to public service agencies, each experience provided valuable insight into the skills, professionalism, and work ethic required in today's workforce. One of the key components to the success of this initiative was our partnership with the Elizabeth City Chamber of Commerce. Their support and collaboration played a tremendous role in helping connect our district with local businesses and industry partners who were willing to invest their time, mentorship, and expertise to our students. We are incredibly grateful for their continued partnership and commitment to workforce development in our community. I would also like to extend tremendous gratitude and thanks to Faithway Church for hosting our students and business representatives for our reflection session following the event. Not only did they open their doors for us to gather, they also generously provided lunch, and it was very, very, very good. So we're incredibly thankful for their hospitality and for their support. Additionally, we would like to extend a sincere thank you to all 22 of our host businesses and organizations that welcomed our students with open arms. By opening their workplaces, sharing their knowledge, and investing their time in our students, they provided important learning opportunities that truly bridge the gap between classroom learning and real-world application. Their partnership plays a vital role in helping us prepare students for future success, and we are incredibly grateful and thankful for their support. Those businesses and organizations are as followed: Miss Ashley Mitchell, Barnhill Contracting, Bijou Vibes, CB's Auto Tire and Service, Corner Butcher, Drone ICS, Danielle's Boutique Bridal and Tuxedo, Dr. Keith Parker, Elizabeth City GMC, Elizabeth City Fire Department, Elizabeth City Iron Works, Elizabeth City Public Works, Elizabeth City Police Department, Elizabeth City State University, Little Learners Academy, Mayor Kirk Rivers, Pasquotank Animal Services, R.A. McLean and Associates, Sanctuary Design Company, Centera Albemarle Medical Center, TCOM, and Water Street Real Estate Group. And in the slideshow to my left, it shows you these businesses and our students during the day, and as you can see, they really did have an incredible time. I would also like to give a shout out to our career development coordinators and our wonderful transportation team. Miss Amanda Hill and her team worked incredibly hard to ensure that our students got to and from their job sites safely. Also this evening, we are very fortunate to have 2 of our students here to share their experiences from the day. First, we will hear from Miss Asaya Brothers from Pasquotank County High School, who shadowed attorney Ashley Mitchell. And then we will hear from Mr. Logan Miller, student from River Road Middle School, who shadowed professionals at TCOM. Miss Brothers?
Hi everyone, my name is Asaya Brothers. I'm currently a sophomore at Pasquotank County High School, and I'm interested in pursuing a career in law and becoming an attorney. During my job shadowing experience, I was paired with elections attorney Ashley Mitchell, who also graduated from Pasquotank County High School. My shadowing took place at our local courthouse where Ms. Mitchell and I watched an evidentiary hearing and part of a jury trial involving a homicide case. While there, I observed how the prosecutor and defense attorney questioned witnesses regarding the case. One thing that stood out to me was hearing the judge speak in legalese, which is a specialized legal language. Ms. Mitchell informed me that this is to help ensure the accuracy of official court records. I also had the opportunity to meet and have a meaningful conversation with Judge Eula Reed. She provided me with insight into her experience as a female African-American judge and inspired me to continue striving for greatness and be the change I want to see in the world. Overall, I learned that being a lawyer requires strong communication skills, resilience, and the ability to build meaningful professional relationships through networking. I also learned the importance of leaving a positive impression on people because you never know when your paths may cross again. That day assured me that I'm on the right track. Being able to hear words of wisdom from 2 women who looked like me was inspiring and showed me that my goals are achievable. It encouraged me to continue pursuing a career in law. Thank you all for allowing me the opportunity to share my experience.
Next up, we have Mr. Logan Miller.
Okay, so my name is Logan Miller, and I had the opportunity to go to TCOM and follow Mr. Colt as I got to experience several fields of engineering, such as electrical. We got electrical, chemical engineering, and I also learned the importance of knowing each group of engineering inside of each field of engineering. Even though you need you may have a degree in one type of engineering, I learned that it's very important to know a wide range of engineering skills. At TCOM, I learned about aerostats and blimps. We saw different size blimps for different companies and different office spaces for the people who work there. We got introduced to a few of the workers, and we got to walk around the factory and the manufacturing areas, and the hangar that the blimps are made inside of. We learned about the blimp's anatomy, or they call them aerostats because they're an automated system and are no longer required to have be operated by men. And we learned a couple of things like how the fiber optics run throughout the aerostat, so that if one section of the cable breaks, it's more important to ground the blimp or aerostat so that it can be replaced so no data is lost. And these aerostats are important for collecting data all over the world at different areas in the atmosphere. And I would like to thank Ms. Murray and Dr. Stutz for having the opportunity to go to TCOM. Also, even if not everyone specifically enjoyed their job shadowing, I did, and I believe it's important that we get to see what things we do and what things we don't like about certain jobs. Thank you for the chance to speak today, and that's all.
You know, it takes a lot of courage to get up here and speak to you all, and I think that they deserve another round of applause. Thank you, both. Thank you all for allowing me to share this experience with you guys tonight, and we are already gearing up and planning for next year, and we're looking forward to increasing our numbers and partners with that. So thank you.
And I would like to thank Ms. Murray and the whole department, as Ms. Murray mentioned the CDCs and our principals and Dr. Stooks for the work. But I think what was demonstrated here tonight is it does take a village to build a workforce and a workforce readiness program. We can't do it without the partnership with our local businesses and industries. And Ms. Murray and Dr. Stooks have really worked to strengthen and build our relationship with the Chamber of Commerce. So to all of the partners that welcomed our young people in with open arms, we're so grateful to them. And I think what you're seeing here is the ongoing expansion of these programs, both with job shadowing, internships, pre-apprenticeships, and apprenticeships. All wonderful opportunities that are growing right here. So to everybody that made this possible, I'm so thankful and so proud of our young people who spoke this evening, and so encouraged to see what's coming. So good job, guys.
Okay, next we're going to move on in our agenda to unfinished business and policy 6140.
Chair Cobb, Vice Chair President, board members. Tonight we request the board take action on the revisions to policy 6140 that were presented at the last meeting for first read. Those changes were to align the wording in section D number 3 with SHLT 000 section 5 number 5 of the state board policy. Are there any questions on that revision?
Okay, we need a motion to approve the revisions to policy 6140 as presented.
I make a motion to approve the revisions to policy 6140.
Okay, can I get a second?
I'll second.
All right, so a motion has been presented by Vice Chair Pereza, second by Ms. Warden. Any other questions or discussion considering the motion?
If not, please signify a positive vote with a show of hands. Let the record reflect that that is unanimous.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now we'll move to our new business and item A and Ms. Griffin.
Good evening. Chairwoman Cobb, Vice Chair Pereza, distinguished board members, and Superintendent Dr. Parker. I come before you this evening to present information in regards to the NCDPI Alternative Schools Modified Accountability System options for the 26-27 school year. The Alternative Schools Modified Accountability System was developed to provide additional accountability information on eligible schools to supplement the school performance grade, as defined by General Statute 115C 8315. The Alternative Schools Modified Accountability System is not a substitute for ESSA requirements. North Carolina State Board of Education policy establishes the eligibility for participation and the options available for the use of by eligible schools. Schools identified in this system continue to be part of the accountability reporting and are required to include an assessment participation recording. According to North Carolina ESSA plan, all schools receive a school performance grade for identification and comprehensive support and improvement schools and targeted support and improvement schools. For schools participating in the Alternative Schools Modified Accountability System under option B and C, this school performance grade will be reported as required under ESSA for those eligible schools, but will not be included in the school report cards or school performance grade reporting. For this upcoming school year, we are requesting that H.L. Trigg Community School returns all of their students' data to their base schools within our LEA, or PSU. H.L. Trigg Community School will be given the letter grade of the school where the highest percentage of students are sent back. Since H.L. Trigg participates in the modified system, ECPPS must submit this request annually. For the 25-26 school year, which is this year, and all previous years, ECPPS has selected option B for H.L. Trigg Community School. Being that the end goal for our students at H.L. Trigg Community School is to transition back to their home schools or graduate from their home schools receiving diplomas, the Testing and Accountability Department would like to present option B for the 26-27 alternative school year modified accountability system. With that being said, we are asking that the members of our board take action on this request and move forward with option B.
Thank you, Ms. Griffin. We need a motion to approve option B for the 26-27 Alternative School Modified Accountability System.
So moved.
Okay, Dr. Williams has made that motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, second with Ms. Boland. Any questions or discussion points for Ms. Griffin? If not, please signify a positive vote with a show of hands. Let that record reflect that that is unanimous. Thank you, Ms. Griffin.
Thank you.
Good evening, Chair Cobb, Vice Chair Perez, and other distinguished board members. Tonight before you are two insurance renewals with the North Carolina School Boards Trust. One is for our general liability and errors and emissions coverage, and that total is $30,000, right here in front of me, $30,171, and a renewal of vehicle insurance. I'm sorry, I got that backwards. The errors and emissions and the general liability is $15,433, and the vehicle insurance is $30,171. I had hoped to have other insurance renewal quotes tonight, but they did not come in, so I'll have more in June.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Tilley. We need a motion to approve the insurance renewals as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve them as presented.
Thank you, Mr. Old. Can I get a second? Okay, Dr. Williams has seconded. Any questions of any kind or discussion for Ms. Tilley? If not, please show your positive vote with a show of hands. That is unanimous. Thank you, Ms. Tilley. Next, we have Ms. Haynes for policy, I can't even read it, 8350.
Yeah, tonight we present for first read revisions to ECPPS Policy Code 8350, Fixed Assets Inventory, which increases the capitalization threshold from $5,000 to $10,000 as allowed and recommended. Again, this is just for first read tonight.
Okay. Any questions for Ms. Haynes? Okay, thank you. And then our addition this evening, item D, our freezer quote for Pasquotank Elementary School. Ms. Reinhardt.
Good evening again. Back in April, School Nutrition sent out a request for information and then followed that up with a request for quotes to replace the walk-in freezer cooler combo here at this building. We received quotes from 3 different companies, United Restaurants, Singer, and Facility Doctor, and we have chosen the quote from Singer. So I'm asking for action to approve the purchase of the freezer cooler combo.
Okay, so we are looking for a motion to approve item D, the addition for the freezer quote for Pasquotank Elementary School. Can we have someone with that motion?
So moved.
Okay, we've got Vice Chair Pereza. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Bogues. Any questions for Ms. Reinhardt? All right, please show your positive vote with a show of hands for this motion. Let the record reflect that that is unanimous. And at this time, we are finished for the evening. We need a motion to return to closed session.
I so move that we return to closed session.
All right, we have a motion by Ms. Boland. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you, Dr. Williams. And any discussion? If not, please signify a vote to return to closed session with a show of hands. The record reflect that that vote is unanimous, and we will now return to closed session.
Ladies, it's been enjoyable.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you in March. I won't get to see you because you already have.
Oh, for graduation?
But I'll